Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are live, and it's Thursday, as promised. I don't want to skip anybody. I don't want to skip a week, anybody. All right. How's everybody doing? It's Thursday. It's Friday tomorrow. Tonight, we're just gonna get right into it. Tonight's topic is the last of the Zodiac signs that I've done. So we're at Pisces. I thought I was at Aries, and I did all my paperwork and I prepped, and then realized, hello Octavia, that it's not Aries. We already did Aries, so we're doing Pisces. So if my stuff feels a little not prepared, that's because it's not. So just warning. Couple updates. I was at the Moose Lodge on Saturday for the citywide thrift sale, and I didn't make any money. I actually spent more money than I made, but it was fun. I enjoyed just being out and just talking to people and telling them what I do and just socializing. It wasn't the greatest day because there was a lot of other vendors that weren't getting the sales in either. And we had talked to some people that were coming in. You know, we were talking to them as they come in, and not a lot of them knew that the citywide thrift sales were that day. So it just kind of wasn't the day for sales, but I enjoyed it. It was, I mean, I got to like sit and relax and drink, coffee and socialize. So I enjoyed it. It was a beautiful day. I didn't mind. I didn't plan on, making any money. If I sold stuff, I did. If I didn't, it's sometimes the abundance comes in other ways. We have to remember that, when we say we want to earn money or have things, sometimes we are rewarded in different ways. So just know that. The forgiveness ceremony, I apologize for doing the live in the event because not everybody that watched it or that wanted to was in the event. And I don't think I'm going to do that anymore, because if you don't say that you're in the event and you don't have it like in your calendar, when I go on live, it's through the event. And so I feel bad because I think I would have captured more viewers. Hello, Christy. I think I would have captured more viewers if I was on the actual Intuitive Minds Already Facebook page and not do it on the event. So I apologize for that, but it is available on replay. I think it's shared in the Intuitive Minds Already Know page and in the event. So if you can't find it on either places, please let me know. I really enjoyed doing it online. Honestly, it wasn't as personable. And my flow wasn't quite on because it was, I don't know, it was just different. But it was very powerful for me. And it set, hello Travis, thanks for watching. It set things in motion for me for this upcoming week, because I just want to ask everybody, how was your energy this week? Because me and my husband's were very, very, very intense. And I know from other friends that we chat with during the week that they were also experiencing some intense energies. So remember your grounding. Don't take it too personally. Be self-aware. Take your time for self-care, for self-love. Do all the things. Do all the things that we've been learning along the way, because that's what it's for. It's for growing and expanding and learning and sharing and help other people. Hello, Stephanie. And so help other people, share freely what works for you, and then you might learn something from them too. So that is my little tidbit on the forgiveness ceremony. I have to look and see when the next full moon is. I usually do 2 a year, so I'll have to see where it's at in another, 5 or 6 months, depending on when the full moon is. So we are going to get right to the Pisces. And before we do that, I want to pull a opening card. And actually before that, I like to do essential oils. It's just a little cleanser and a little grounding, and they smell good. So I'm going to use lemongrass, just a little drop or two. Lemongrass, jasmine, and sandalwood. So if you guys have lemongrass, oh, I can smell it. Lemongrass, it's okay. So what it is, it's lemongrass, jasmine, and sandalwood. These are not doTERRA. Oh, geez. Oh, I'm going to be really lemony because it just oozed out. Oh, that smells nice. It's like a... You're going to laugh at me. It kind of smells like a dirty lemon because it's got the sandalwood and it's got the a lot of lemongrass, but it also has the jasmine. That's different. I like that. Oh, and now I'm like super, super, super oily. Woo! I was not expecting that. All right, so we're gonna pull an opener card. I've been kind of practicing adding that little thing to my practice. Just having an opening card and a closing card, just to kind of open the energies. Let Spirit know that this is what we're doing. And then let Spirit know that we're done. So you open the energies and then you kind of close the energies. It's just something that I started doing and it just feels good and it makes sense. So, all right, so the opening card I shuffled. Opening card for the Pisces. Ooh, celebration. Celebration. Oh my gosh. When I first looked at that cactus, it looked like he was flipping the bird. Doesn't it look like that? I'm sorry. I'm ready for the weekend, folks. Celebration. You are a big deal. You are worthy of celebrating all your accomplishments, big and small. Today, acknowledge yourself and others. Okay, so this is interactive. So who's watching or replay? Why don't we do a little sharing? And Steph knows what sharing is all about because we used to have our special moments. Do you remember that, Steph? If you're still on here? So why don't we comment on the comments here? Or just say it in your head if you don't want to comment. But what is your accomplishment for today? What is one of your accomplishments for today? And even if it's something that is a routine that you do every day, but you still did it today because today was a new day. So it's just as important as if it's part of your routine, but you got it done. It's just as important because you got it done. Today's a different day. Does that make sense? Oh, I like that. So I'll go first. I walked. So I walk at lunch, but then I make sure that I come home. Hello, Eric Lewis. Stay here and watch. There's good stuff, good vibes and good laughs. I make sure that I walk from my house to the tracks and back as my extra. So I accomplished my walk today. So everybody else comment on here and tell us what your accomplishment was today. Maybe you didn't spill your coffee. Maybe you didn't shit your pants. What else? Maybe you didn't flip anybody off driving. Travis, did you not do that today? Maybe you didn't yell at your kids. Maybe your kids didn't yell at you. Maybe your husband gave you a nice little pat on the tushy, before you left for work today. So all those little things are accomplishments, Maybe you got that last thing done at work and you're ready for the weekend. All those little things matter, folks. It's the little things. All right. How's that for an opening card? Maybe you didn't shit your pants. Maybe you didn't shit your pants. That is quite the accomplishment. That is quite the accomplishment. All right. So I'm going to pull a card for the Pisces. We're going to talk about the crystals associated with Pisces. And then I pulled up a little website here about the characteristics of Pisces. And this is from Cosmopolitan, so it's got to be true, right? So, folks, when I interpret the cards, there are no wrong or right way to interpret. This is just where I'm at, where my alignment is at, and how the messages come to me, through me, to you, for you. So take what resonates, and then if it doesn't, then give it back, and it might resonate with someone else. All right? One more time, and then we'll pick a card. This is my favorite deck. Oh, see, I'm on. It's getting hot. It's getting hot. This is my vintage deck, the oldest deck that I have. It's by Colette Baron-Reid, The Enchanted Map. And Colette Baron-Reid is, I don't know, she's like one of my faves. I'm drawn to her. I like to watch her YouTube. I like to watch everything. She has a podcast now that she brings people on. I just love her. So if you haven't heard of her, Google her, and she has many different, we got this last week, you guys, or the last time, Magic Stream. Hello, William. But she has many different platforms, so that's enough of Colette Baron-Reid. And she has many different oracle decks. We got this the last time. I don't remember what it was. Was it just last week, or was it through the love one? I know we just got this, but you watched me shuffle. And that's the wonderful thing about these cards, is it could totally be a different interpretation from time to time. Because, like, you know, we evolve. All right, so Magic Stream, Magic Stream, Magic Stream. What I'm feeling is, okay, so the number is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. I'm just getting like a continuous cleanse. Like there is some serious energy, extra energy, and the extra energy is intense. So hands up if you've been feeling it. And I think that we need to cleanse, and water is very, very awesome cleanser. Okay, so I know of this because I was born Catholic. But they used to wash the feet. And that was a big thing, like during the Jesus days, I call it, if you had your feet washed. And you kind of think of it like, okay, so there wasn't a lot of like running water, and there wasn't, you know, a lot of bathrooms or sewers back then. So if you didn't get like the baths we take nowadays, you know, where you're totally submerged and you can wash your hair and you can scrub your body. Think about the days back then, in Jesus days, where you didn't really get like that really good shower. So to have your feet washed was something sacred and special. Plus our feet absorb so much. So if you ever get a chance to do like the detox, we actually bought one, a foot detox. Do it. Okay, this tree up here is like kind of stretching itself. To me, it looks like it's stretching itself. Oh, this makes sense. Okay, so I got like barren lands. So it's been really dry here. So if you are feeling a little stagnant, and the energy is kind of, or your energy is intense. So it's either one way, it could be really stagnant where it's not moving and you're stuck. I hear that word this week. Or it's super intense and it's just kind of like it's so intense you don't even know like where to navigate with it. So what's telling me is like, go find your water, folks. Go find your flow. Cleanse and flow. Cleanse and flow. I like that. Cleanse, flow, and grow, because there's like new growth here. Can you see it a little bit? I'll get closer. I'm going to write that down. Cleanse, flow, and grow. Oh, that's super cool. I love it. There. See? I know I did not interpret that the last time we did this card. All right, who's still with me? Comment. We need some comments. Okay, I'm going to read from the book because that's what I do. Everything is connected through the universal flow of consciousness. Every experience you have seems to have its own life story with a beginning, a middle, and eventually an end. However, There is a danger in seeing events as separate from one another, since in fact they are all part of a continuity and a greater evolution. Like an ever-flowing magic stream, your experiences filter through the whole world, one leading into another, informing and influencing still more. Inspiration, invention, and revelations rarely come to just one person. The collective awareness is shared storehouse of potential. When you remember you're part of the fluid continuity of life and become a channel for great inspiration, allow the magic to flow through you and carry your dreams into reality. Your success will benefit many. And I underlined that from last time, so it must have resonated with me. I'm going to read the reverse position just because I feel it might resonate with more of like the kind of yin and the yang that's going on these days. Now, reversed isn't always bad. It's just kind of a more warning sign, like, hey, pay a little bit more attention. So reversed. The Magic Stream card represents swimming against the current. There are times when effort and sheer willpower result in victory and celebration, but this isn't one of them. You can't force inspiration and you can't manufacture creativity, lest you borrow too heavily from others' ideas. Neither can you make someone love you or orchestrate a series of events that might place you in a more favorable position. Now is the time to drop the trying and jump into the stream and float. Immerse yourself in the experience of being fully present with whatever is true for the moment. You'll never step in the same river twice anyway. See, that makes sense with you never like interpret the same card the same way. I like that, folks. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. We are going to move on to some Pisces stuff. Comment on here if that resonates with you. This is a safe space. This is a safe space. Comment, because you never know. There might be, you might win something if you comment. I'm going to talk about that at the end. All right. So Pisces have the star sign days between February 20th and March 20th and are ruled by the double whammy of Neptune, psychic, esoteric planet of mystery, and Jupiter, lucky son of a gun planet of abundance. So the zodiac sign is both secretive and expansive, magical and worldly, soulful and joyful. Pisceans, a water sign, are worldly wise old souls with enormous depths of compassion and empathy for others. Pisceans symbol in the horoscope is two fishes facing opposite directions. This reflects the duality of their continual inner struggle. On the one hand, they want to be successful, busy, driven, and active. But on the other hand, they just want to pull the covers over their head and stay in bed. Life is hard for Pisceans. They pick up on all the vibes. It just goes on to say who is famous: Justin Bieber, Rihanna, Drew Barrymore, Emily Blunt, Chelsea Handler, Rebel Wilson, Common, and Dakota Fanning. Oh, that's right. I think that's her sister, isn't it? All right. Empathetic. Everyone loves having a Pisces pal because it's like having your own personal therapist. I swear to God, I am a little bit of all these. They just get how you feel. They never judge. Listen endlessly. They are deep well of human emotion and act like we've seen it all before. Like they've seen it all before. Nothing shocks them. That said, they often end up crying more than you do. They're mystical, like moths to a flame. Pisces all have an interest in the spiritual, mystical, even side of life. And lucky them, they usually have a little psychic twinkle inbuilt at birth. Romantic. Somehow it's like Pisceans don't really belong in the 21st century world with that Tinder and situationships, etc. They would prefer a more traditional age, being courted and wooed, one where our more base behaviors were perhaps easier hidden away. Impressionable. Pisces can conjure up distractions and illusions around their true opinions. They go with the flow. They're and they can morph into the crowd. So who, if you're watching here or you're watching on replay, please comment if you are a Pisces. All right. Blessed with a natural born empathy, interest in human nature, creativity, and massive imagination. Pisceans with all that insight about human nature, such as sensitive constitution, often turn to escapism over indulgence. What are Pisces into? Nope, just a Virg. I'm a Virg too. Anything water related, dancing, being witchy, writing, and partying. Okay, I'm a little bit of Pisces. I swear to gosh, I'm a little bit of all this. They are charming, romantic, and considerate. They often make others feel special. They are slinky, sensuous, and move in hypnotic, gliding ways like a fish. Ooh, that makes sense. Ooh, I think that was my crow. Shiny squirrel. They have soulful, big, languid eyes that draw you in. The water sign trio, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, all get on well with each other. They're all emotional, secretive, and intuitive. Oh, that makes sense why we got that flow card, because Pisces is a water sign. The hot tip for hot sex for Pisces is to find a Capricorn lover. This astrological combination is about the old story of opposites attract. Pisces' dreamy, creative, and romantic nature meets the goat's ambitious, stoic, and ruthless side. All right. What turns a Pisces on? Creative and artistic people, deeply romantic gestures and intimacy, and soul searching. And their ideal career choices: a creative dreamer, healer. Pisces are imaginative, creative, kind, supportive, people smart, intelligent, intuitive, and able to see beyond the facade to the truth of things. The key thing for Pisces is to feel like they fit into a place, that they respect the culture and ethos of it, and that they are helping make other people's lives better. They are a little bit ethereal and magical, like they like there's to be a spark of creative joy or contact with inspiring people too. They create, amplify, and need good vibes. Oh, that's so me. I think I'm a little bit of all these. All right, going into that, let's do another card. Let's do another card, because there's people on here that are probably going, I just want her to pull cards. So that's why I'm going to interpret the info in with the cards. All right, I hope you guys don't mind, because that's my jam. I like to pull cards. And I do readings, folks. I know it's summertime. We're doing a couple events. We're doing an event in, I think it's Amory. That is July 1st. And then we're going to do, if we don't have any signed up after that, we're going to do one, I think it's the week, couple weeks, or the week before Halloween. We're going to be at doing the Witches Ball again. And that is in October, before Halloween. This is one of my favorite decks to shuffle. There's some decks where they're just too big, but this one I love to shuffle. Okay, this is also for our Pisces. Oh, you guys, I swear to God, I'm shuffling. This was when, I don't remember when we did this, but it definitely showed up again. I shuffled. You guys watch me. The number is 11. 1 + 1 is 2. So let's see if I get anything else off of, something different off of this, because we got this not too long ago. So right off the bat, I'm attracted to like the sparks, or like these bubbles, or these lights or like circles of light. And so the word that just came to me is like connection with community. Okay, so that makes sense with comfort and hearth, home, the comfort of community, the comfort of connection with community. And that last card talked about, or this talked about this, the Pisces actually talks about like creativity and a spark. So there's a fire. So that resonates with the Pisces. And you see how trustworthy this little boy is? Or this, it looks like a little boy. But in this dog, you know, he is a larger dog. And do you see the trust that that baby has with that dog? So the word that's coming to mind is like unconditional loyalty and unconditional safety. And animals have unconditional love too. Now, I will be doing cards next Wednesday. What is the date next Wednesday? Because June 13th is a pivotal day for our family, because that is when Mr. Nigel crossed over. So it's been a year. And I'll try not to cry because I can feel his energy really, really intense lately. And he's reminding me that it's hard, because he told me I would suffer, that if we didn't get a dog. He's like, you're going to suffer. And now I know what he's talking about, because I didn't realize how much I gave to my dog, how much of my anxiety I gave to my dog, how much of my doubts and, you know, just the day that, you know, the stuff that you go through during the day, how much I gave to him. And yeah, I really wish he was here this week, because I really freaking needed him this week. I need him every day. I want him every day, but I really, really needed him this week. Okay, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna. That's what this means. That's what this card means to me, is so much unconditional, you know, and we can find that one little spark of unconditional safety and unconditional love and the unconditional loyalty within our connected communities. So that's how I'm interpreting this card this time. And as always, we're going to read from the book. You must not read from the book. I'm going to read from the book. Take some time out to rest and regenerate. Know what makes you comfortable. Keep the home fires burning. Create a peaceful and beautiful home life. Nourishing the mind, body, and spirit is important at this time. Focus on the inner life. Word of power is anase, ancient Greek for comfort. Solace. Amy Lynn is watching. Hello, Amy. The card we pulled is Hearth, and I'm reading from the book. For our ancestors, the hearth or home fire was the heart of the home. A fire always burned there, ready for warmth or cooking. The hearth fire was stoked carefully and rarely allowed to go out, as it was a source of comfort for all and often a place where family and friends would meet. Kind of like your your copy machine at work, or the kitchen table. The kitchen table is now where we usually congregate. The city temple of the goddess Vesta in Rome was considered the sacred heart of the city and was where the foculus or hearth was contained. This was a fire that burned as the sacred heart of the city and its territories. A second fire, one of protection, was also within the temple. Vesta's temple was one of the only places of worship to be circular in design and was completely covered to protect the holy flame from being snuffed out by the weather. The saying, keep the home fires burning, was inspired by this practice. In Rome, husbands were often sent away on military duties for a year on end. However, their wives were expected to not just keep the home and often the businesses running, but to faithfully wait for their husbands until their return. Vesta was the goddess to whom to pray to ensure the family members' safe return and keep the fires of love stoked. I like that. In these busy times, it is important to focus on a place where you can feel safe and comfortable. While many of us don't have a literal hearth, the home, whatever that is to you, should be a place created to inspire peace and nourishment. And I feel sorry for anybody out there that cannot have that place. Some people are living in their cars. Some people are kind of just living on the streets. Some people are you know, they're just kind of floating day to day. They get rides and wherever their head falls. So let's take a moment here, folks, and be grateful of our homes and what they provide for us, what they do for us. Because can you imagine your life if you didn't have a home? Sit in that for a while. Sit in that for a while and see how that feels. It feels kind of icky to me. It feels kind of icky. I've never been homeless, but I know somebody really close to me that struggled with having a place to live. All right. Whew. How is that going? I was almost there 8 months ago. Where are you now, William? I'm sorry that had happened to you. I hope that whatever circumstance, the reason why you were that almost there was rectified, or I hope that you don't ever have to experience that again. I can't imagine what that's like. These are tough times, folks. So be grateful whatever you have. Be grateful whatever you have. Like, I was listening to a podcast today, and they were talking about, it was a podcast about relationships and repairing them in certain situations. And so it was a husband and wife that actually do the podcast, and they were talking about, they were complaining about they bought a coffee pot and it wasn't brewing the way that it was supposed to. And so they were complaining about, that the coffee was watery. And so when they complained, it's just like, and she was like, well, do you want me to fix it? And he's like, no, I don't really want you to fix it. I just want you to empathize with me and agree with me. Hey, yeah, this coffee does suck. And so at the end of his little rant, there was more to it, but I won't go into it. But at the end of his little rant, he had said, you know, we don't want to we want to complain about our coffee problem, because we should be very happy that we're in a first world country. And he kind of left it at that. But I thought that is really interesting, and really it humbled me for him to hear that, because we need to be more grateful of us in this first world country. So that's my little tidbit on that. Let's talk about crystals, folks. Are you still with me? We're at a half hour, but this usually takes 45 minutes. So I want to talk about the crystals. And I'm probably going to jump around because I thought we were doing Aries for some reason, but we're doing Pisces. So my notes are last minute. So the crystals that I have are amethyst, and they associate with Pisces. And my information that I got, I have an app on my phone, and I can share it at the end of this, but it has like a filter. And so I went to the filter and I selected Pisces, and it listed a lot from A to Z crystals that associate with the Pisces. So I just picked out the ones that I had in my personal library. So, or not library, but my collection. So amethyst, and amethyst is the all healer. I like to say it's the universal healing stone. It's got so many great properties. So it stimulates creativity, and it's associated with the third eye, and it's great for meditation. So that is the amethyst, and it's, ooh, do you see it tonight? It's purpley. Look at, I love it. And this is not a polished. I have a polished. You guys want to see my polished? You want to see my polished amethyst? This is the polished. So yeah, let's do a comparison. Here is they call this raw or rough. Okay, and then this is polished amethyst. So that's that. Bloodstone. This is my bloodstone. This is rough or raw. And let's look it up, folks, because I want to know why it looks like blood. Is that because there's iron in it? And I don't want to lie. I don't want to make this stuff up. So I'm going to look up bloodstone properties. Well, it regulates and supports blood flow and aids in circulation. It reduces pus formation, neutralizes toxins, and stimulates the lymphatic system. Healing inflammations. William, I found a program that helped immensely. Oh, great. Would you like to share what program that was for somebody else that's watching? Or that's okay if you don't, William. I won't push. If you need more amethyst, I have tons. Why do you have so much amethyst stuff? You should be making jewelry out of it. Bloodstone is also helpful in healing blood-related cancers such as leukemia and will assist in the treatment of HIV/AIDS. Okay, so let's do bloodstone makeup. I'm really curious. Oh. Is there iron in bloodstone? That's what I really want to know. Took the kids to a mine when they were little. I'll take some. Is there iron in blood stone crystal? Just say crystal, it's actually a stone. It's rich in iron. Bloodstone is a variety of chalcedony. I might be murdering that word. It has a opaque transparency and is rich in iron. Okay. What minerals are found in bloodstone? Bloodstone, also called heliotrope, dark green variety. Okay, so this is the dark green variety. It was through Wisconsin Dairyland helped me catch up on my mortgage and electric bill that I didn't know wasn't getting paid. Oh, here, let's just see more. Oh, well, I'm great that you had found that. I'm really great. I'm really happy for you, William. Dark green variety of the silica mineral chalcedony that has nodules of bright red jasper distributed throughout its mass. Well, I think this looks like it has the iron in it. Okay. Moving on. Bloodstone. I wrote it down. Bloodstone. Emotional centering and calming. It's a great grounding stone. It revitalizes love and relationships. I like that. So go out and get yourself some bloodstone. Bloodstone. Okay. Then the other one that I have in my collection. Wisconsin Dairyland is great. They can help with so many things. Oh, that's cool. I did not know about that. They just started the program. I was one of the first to go through it, so hopefully it's helped more people. Oh, that's awesome. So when you say they just started the program, was like this year or like since COVID? Because that's interesting. I wish I would have known about that. I would have given that information to someone in our family. Thank you for sharing, by the way. And thank you all for tuning in. You could be doing something else. And I wouldn't blame you if you did. But thank you for being here. I appreciate it. The last one we're going to do is sea jasper or ocean jasper. Oh, like fall of last year. That's good. It's good our tax money is going somewhere. Okay, this is either sea jasper or ocean jasper, however you want to call it. It helps to relieve stress and worries. It is a very good, excellent grounding crystal, and it helps increase self-esteem and self-confidence. So there you go. Those are just the crystals that I have in my library. All right. I'm going to pull one more card because I'm told to. And I'm going to pull it from... I'm going to do the Shaman's Dream. I'm feeling the Shaman's Dream. This is also by... Sorry, I left you. I don't go very far. I'm right here. I don't go very far. There's like 64 cards in this deck. It is bananas to shuffle, so I have to like cut it in half. But this is also by Colette Baron-Reid, the Shaman's Dream. She has a new one out, and it's got some really, really interesting art to it. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Is it the Dreamer's Weave? I think it's the Dreamer's... I think it's... Here, I'll Google it. So hold on, folks, because we got time. You don't want to leave me just yet, do you? Okay, so I have a question while I'm typing this in. So we are done with the Zodiac. What do you guys want to... What would you be drawn to if I, continue to do these throughout the summer on Wednesdays? It's going to be every other Wednesday and every other Thursday because I am taking my mental health very seriously this year. How do you use the stones crystal? How do you use them? Oh, that's a good question. Well, you can meditate with them. You can wear them. You can set them by your bedside. You can also, I wouldn't recommend this, but if you're really careful, for the ladies, and if you wear a bra, I put them like in my heart space in my bra, but I have broken too many on my tile bathroom floor, so I don't really recommend putting them in there unless you can really remember that they're in there. All right. What else can we use them for? We can use them for healing. You can actually put them if you have like a headache. There's certain crystals that you can actually position like on where you have the headache. Just like, I guess it's the same as with using oils. So whatever ailment you have, you can use crystals for healing. My husband, when he does his Reiki, he actually positions them kind of underneath the table in the succession, the way that the chakras are. It's a very good question. I like questions. Questions. So before we end and before I do this last card, I am doing a little promotion. So whoever is watching, either on live or replay, I will spout out a word and you need to put it in the comments either now or replay sometime within the month of June. And whoever comments, it has to be on that particular live that I say the word. If you put that word in the comments, I will take your name and I'll put it in a drawing, and at the end of every month, I will try to remember that I'm doing this every month. I get kind of scatterbrained sometimes. But I'm going to do a discounted oracle card reading at the end of the month. But you have to comment the word. So I'm going to get you guys head start because I don't want to lose any of you. It's Pisces. So you can spell it wrong. I'll figure it out. But Pisces is P-I-S-C-E-S. So if you are watching now, go ahead and comment because I'm going to write your names down. And it's not like every time if you watch the live and you comment, and then you watch another live and you comment, your name will go in there as many times as you comment per live. So you can only comment once per live, but if you watch it numerous lives, then your name will go in more times for that drawing. Yay, Stephanie! I gotta put your name down. Thank you, Steph. Oh, and Amy too. Okay. You guys are just on point tonight. Stephanie. Who doesn't like an oracle card reading? And Amy. I'm a Lynn. I'm a middle name. Simon. I'm just writing down the ones that commented last week. So thank you, ladies and gents. Okay, so Colette Baron-Reid. What was I doing on Colette Baron-Reid? Oh, her new Oracle card deck. Her new Colette Baron-Reid's newest deck. The Dream Weavers. See, I was close. I said Weaver's Dream. Yes. So that's her newest one that I know. She's been promoting that on her podcasts, and she has amazing people come on there. And it's not just all like spiritual stuff. I mean, it is, but her guests have so much more to offer than just woo-woo, you know? Oh, William's commented. Cool, William. Thank you, William. Oh my gosh, how do you say your last name? Is it Hafirma? Okay, Hafirma? And what nationality is that? What origin? That is not a name that I have. We don't have any of those. We don't have any Hafirmas in Bloomer. I don't think so. I'm LaJess. That's my maiden name. So that's French Canadian. And then my husband is Tomasevich, and that is Austrian and Czech. And then I have Rubenzer too, which is German, and you know, we're in the Northwest Wisconsin, so there's a little bit of German and Norwegian in all of us. All right, this is for the collective. Ooh, I have not seen this one before. This is really resonating. Oh, it's Hafferman? I had to make a new Facebook group. It's mostly German. Oh, so Hafferman. Is it Hafferman or Hofferman? But I'm a mutt of the world. Oh God. I love it. So this is 38. Or 3 plus 8 is 11. And it's many masks. The authentic self. Ooh. Okay, so I resonate with this card 100%. So there's many masks, and there's like a mask here and a mask here. And then there's his face. And then if you can kind of see it, there's like a face in here too. So like in his heart space. But it almost looks like he's like robotic. His face is very robotic. So like, are we breaking free of our robotic conditionings, of like our mundane, you know, conditionings, and really finding out who our true self is and what our true limits are? Pronounced Hofferman, but spelled the way it is. Okay, Hofferman. Okay, I like that. Not Hefferman. Hofferman. I like it. Is that what we're doing? Are we, and there's like kind of, it's like really smoky. So are we like are we in that like remove the masks phase where it's kind of like, we know like there's like kind of, so what I'm seeing right now is like kind of like smoke. You know, and we just have to kind of wait till like the smoke clears. So be very patient with yourselves these days. I cannot stress enough. Even if you do not like practice hardcore spirituality, or, you know, however you practice it, everybody is experiencing the same energy at some point. And if you're just self-aware and start asking yourself like, okay, all right, what's this? This is different. This is new. Just be more mindful. Be patient. Get your rest. Get your water. Get grounded. Get your sleep. So that's what I'm getting, is like, it's a time that our robotic selves are no longer allowing the programming and the agenda. We're going to make our own agenda. Be our own authentic selves. Like, get in touch with your soul space, people. You will find out a lot about yourself. It's kind of dark. It is kind of dark. I did a lot of crying when I kind of let go and got into my soul self. But it's worth it. Because I feel a lot better about some of the things that have been buried from my past, and that I allowed them to bury, because I thought what I had to go through was too painful to reveal it. But I noticed that I felt a lot better after I unburied that certain thing that I had been repressing and hiding. So sometimes when we think, oh, it's too painful to talk about this, or too painful, and then you know, to go through this and to relive this trauma, but then we actually do it and it hurts like hell in that moment. And I had 20 years of it that was buried, so I had to deal with 20 years worth of repressed emotions. So I've been doing a lot of crying, because that's my out. When I want to get some repressed energy out or emotions, I cry. That's just me. And I feel amazing afterwards. So that's my release. So sometimes when we think that it's too hard to do it, and then we actually do it, and then you're like, I cannot believe like how amazing I feel now. So it's not easy. It's not hard. Sometimes it's going to take, you know, a community, a therapist, a Reiki practitioner, you know, maybe some brain spotting, some EMDR, some past life regression, some hypnotists. There's lots of many ways, some meditation. There's lots of many ways to kind of get inside and start dealing with our shit. All right? Many masks. The authentic self, energizing internal allies, a conscious shift. We live in a world where everyone we see wears a mask. We wear these masks to cover up and protect who we really are. We learn to do so because we've been conditioned to try to appear a certain way to fit in. Masks allow us to belong, so we remain within the confines of what is expected. Masks are not inherently bad, rather they provide context, and structure for our personalities and soul's expression. Some of us might believe that a particular mask, fixed and hardened onto us, is our permanent face. We forget that we are living beings with a multitude of faces, enabling us to experience a fuller, more vibrant world. Your authentic essence doesn't want to be constrained by others' expectations anymore. Now is the time to strip away the mask you've accepted and discover who you really are. A new self is emerging, and your perception changes as you adopt new ways of being. Right now, it's really important to allow yourself to experiment, to experience the world in all its myriad potentials and possibilities. Try on different masks and let yourself be fluid and curious. There's that flow word. How will you know what you love and what you resonate with if you don't take off the mask you've always worn and test drive some new ones? Your authentic essence will never change. It will only express itself differently through these optional selves. Ooh, I like that. Your authentic essence will never change. It will only express itself differently through these optional selves. Through trial and error, you discover more and more about who you want to become. What would it feel like to explore this side of you? Anything is possible if you're willing to open up to your potential. You truly can move beyond the barriers that society has set. Use your imagination and step into the magic. I love that. Oh, I love that. That is appropriate for like what everybody collectively is going through right now. Love it. I don't know, that resonated with me. As promised, I'm going to do a closing card. Thank you all for being here. I'm gonna do this one. I'm feeling it. Great book asks the bridge from your dreams to your destiny. Ooh. Definitely. The bridge from your dreams to your destiny. Love it. I love it. All right. This is a little deck. But this is for the collective as well. Just a closing card thanking you all for coming here. You took time to to reflect, to sit and just listen and breathe and relax. Maybe you had your feet up. Maybe you're laying in bed. Maybe you're in the bathtub. Maybe you're sitting outside with a beverage. So next Wednesday, if we don't have a topic, if you guys don't tell me what your topic is, we're going to pull cards. But I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to do an actual, I'm going to do maybe a little bit of meditation. Maybe. We'll definitely do like the energy thing. But I'm thinking I keep getting 5-card draw, 5-card draw, 5-card draw. So I'm going to sit on that, sleep on it. And that would be next Wednesday. And it's the week before Father's Day. So we'll get our fathers ramped up and get their energy ready to go for Father's Day, whatever they're doing. Receive is the card. Are you able to receive compliments, money, and support? Ask yourself and answer that right now. Are you able to receive compliments, money, support? If we are only giving without receiving, we become resentful. Ooh, that is very true. Today, I receive with an open heart. Receiving is not greedy or selfish. It is part of stepping into our divine feminine energy. Pay attention to how you receive today. Receive with an open and gracious heart. Mantra, I am open to receiving abundance. And we talked about that. We talked about the word abundance and what that actually means. It doesn't always mean, monetary items. It could mean something else. It could mean abundance in friends, or abundance in knowledge, or abundance in resources, or abundance in ideas, or abundance in time well spent, or, it's limitless. I am open to receiving abundance. Well, there's our closing card. Thank you all. Like I said, comment on here the word Pisces and your name will go into at the end of June. We'll do a drawing, and I think I'll put a 6-month expiration date on the discount. So, all right, guys, I love you all. Thanks for watching. Remember to do your things, ground, however that is. Get out on the ground and walk around. Cleanse, let the water, when you just set an intent when you're in the shower or in your bath or washing your hands or going to the bathroom. Water is a powerful conduit for the divine. Try to eat one healthy meal a couple times a week. Whatever you like that's healthy, just try to get more healthy, more vegetables, omega fats, all the good stuff, vitamin C's, fruit, water. Get some sun, get some rest, get some water, get some self-love. Yes, all that. Have a great night. Amy's gonna close it tonight. Amy's closing it. Have a great night.